Hey guys, this is Chetan,
This is Arun.
And this is Abby.
and welcome back to the Unprofessionals. So we had a fantastic weekend of football, starting with the Panthers and the Texans on Thursday night, and all the way until Monday Night Football, where we'll talk about Arun's Eagles later. But we had a fantastic game Sunday night. I think out of all the 4 o'clock games, there's only one game that we really, you know, it didn't, but one of the games that just did not belong there, and it was the Broncos Jets. Obviously, Jets get shut out, but overall, fantastic slate of football. If you're a New York Giants fan like me, you're miserable. And then you check the schedule for the rest of the season, and it is misery. They might never win a game, but the rest of football looks fantastic. The Chargers look great. The the Rams versus Bucks game was great. But Abby, let's break down a couple of these games that we can just fly by because they're just some games that we don't need to talk about.
All right, let's all do this. Let's go. Rapid fire games that were blowouts and some that did not matter. Okay, Washington, Buffalo. Josh Allen looks great. The Buffalo's defense looks great. Chase Young, I don't know where you at. Defense, I don't know where you at. Washington sucks. Their defense sucks. Bills are exactly what we thought they'd be. Bears, Browns, 26-6. Matt Nagy should be. I'm not gonna call for anyone's jobs. I have no right to do that. But I'll just say he's probably the worst coach in the NFL right now. Head coach, Justin Fields. I feel bad for him. The O line is absolute garbage. Odell Beckham's back. My man looked like he was back. I'm happy that he's back. I've been a fan of his since his rookie year. And the Browns, they took care of business, even though this game should have been a 40-point blowout. Colts, Titans. I know Arun loves Carson Wentz.
He wasn't healthy, man.
What's up?
He wasn't healthy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
He
I'm gonna
was
give him
limping.
credit. I'm gonna give him credit. He fought for his team. Both ankle sprains. He fought for his team. The team, I just don't understand what's going on here. 16-25. They won the turnover battle 3-0, and they still lost by nearly double digits. And
Yep.
the Colts, they gotta get their shit together. Carson Wentz, hopefully he's healthy this weekend. They have a big game against the Dolphins. We'll discuss that on Friday. But yeah, the Colts lose. The Titans win, but they may have lost as well because they lost maybe both of their starting wide receivers to injuries.
Mhm.
Saints, Patriots. Patriots have only beaten the winless Jets. Congratulations. Bill Belichick, you got a lot of work to do, my friend. And Tom Brady coming to town. Saints,
Woo.
Saints defense is for real. Jameis Winston keeps throwing up balls that he should not be throwing up. And the Saints just need Michael Thomas back, and I think they'll be a legit team. And they finally get to go back home to the crib. New Orleans is back after everything they went through. They going home, and guess who they get to play in their home opener? The New York Giants. Now that's what you call a homecoming game. No disrespect, my friend. Now we get to Cardinals Jaguars. This game was a game for no reason. This game was close. The Jaguars are actually winning. And then the Arizona Cardinals realized, listen, man, we got to stop playing around here. AJ Green balled out, Christian Kirk balled out, and DeAndre Hopkins looked like he was kind of injured, which is what we thought before the game. He was 50-50. And Trevor Lawrence, all these rookies, they're struggling. And Urban Meyer, that USC job in college, looking real enticing. So if the Jaguars keep losing, which they will, he could be a one-and-done NFL head coach. Jets Broncos, as Chetan mentioned, the worst game of the afternoon. Teddy Bridgewater balled out. Unfortunately for the Broncos, KJ Hamler, another receiver for them, goes out. That's probably the biggest headline on this game. The Jets suck. The Jets look like they're the Jets. New coaches, new quarterback, new defensive coordinator, new everything, and they still suck. I think those are the 5 games that were basically blowouts or irrelevant. Now, let's all get into a discussion. First game, the best ending of the day on Sunday, Ravens, Lions, 19-17. The Ravens had a lot of COVID. Their entire D-line was out because of COVID protocol. So that's why I felt this game could be close, and that's exactly what we got. Marquise Brown needs to go find a hand specialist because this man legit looked like he don't know how to catch the ball no more. He dropped 3 touchdowns, three catches that would have resulted in touchdowns. So the Ravens should have technically blown out the Lions. give the Lions credit. They fought for all 3 games. They've given it everything. The head coach Dan Campbell doing a great job. But I've never seen a more unlucky franchise than the Detroit Lions. I am a Vikings diehard fan, and I honestly feel bad for Detroit. I would honestly feel happy if Detroit started to win, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But they do have the right mentality, and Justin Tucker, he is the best kicker in NFL history. He is the only kicker that I would give up a first-round pick for, and he showed why on Sunday. Arun, thoughts on Ravens, Lions?
What was Justin Tucker? How many yards was that? That was like a record, right?
He broke the record.
66 yards. Hey, but Abhishek, before that 66-yard, what happened, man? I remember you told me there was a snap count. The snap count came to 0. The clock came to double zeros.
Should have never happened. It should have been a delay of game. The officiating in almost every league, baseball, NFL, and don't get me started with NBA. NBA is gonna. They went over those rules about those foul calls. So maybe we get a new NBA rules officiating crew, new way of officiating. But until we see it, it's still sus. But these refs and the people telling them how to judge these games, the pass interferences, and now this delay of game. A team legit lost a game because you didn't make the right call. Because there's no way Justin Tucker would have kicked that ball 72 yards.
No way. Yeah, that would have been game. The Lions would have had their first win of the season. Narrative changes. And now the Ravens they beat this game was closer than it should have been, honestly, but I guess you just gotta give credit to the Lions. They made it a dogfight. Especially the Ravens looked good against the Chiefs too the week before. So the Lions made it tough on them. But Lamar Jackson, I think he played good. It wasn't like his best game, but hey man, he's down so many people, so he just has to do what he does. But overall, Jared Goff didn't even throw for a touchdown, man. I don't know what to say about that. But honestly, all I gotta say about this game is that delay of game should have been called, and the Lions should have been in the W column. That's all I gotta say, to be honest.
Completely agree, Chetan.
Yeah.
I mean, my only thought is, obviously the delay game was an issue, but the no call was the issue. But they did convert a 4th and 19 to get to field goal range. So I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous. We see, and it's funny because Justin Tucker kicks that 66-yarder, and just around the same time, halftime, Matt Prater misses a 67-yarder, 68?
Yeah, 60. It was like 60 around there too. Yeah.
Right. They're just letting kickers kick. You got no time to. We saw just a couple of NFL records just being either tied or broken this weekend. That was pretty cool. But the Ravens looked good last week. They did not look that great this week. Marquise Brown, who I thought was going to have a completely breakout season, just completely forgot how to catch a ball. Get this man some stick up, man, because he's a fantastic wide receiver. He went before DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, right? And I thought this is the first 2 games. I was like, oh yeah, he's out there to show that he was worth that first round pick. And then you drop 3 touchdown passes, and it wasn't like he was covered. He was wide open every single time.
Wide open.
Man, you got no one on you. Come on, catch these balls. That's pretty much it. But I think at least it's a positive thing that he's getting wide open. He's getting the touches. Hopefully he could fix this dropping passes issue.
All right. That was a great finish, probably the best finish of the day. Now, let's get into the game that everyone's talking about because of the teams involved. We had the Kansas City Chiefs defending AFC Conference winners versus the up-and-coming LA Chargers. Final score, 30-24. This Kansas City Chiefs defense is absolutely atrocious. It's absolutely trash. It's absolutely garbage. They have no pass rush. They have almost no coverage. Tyrann Mathieu is good, but he's all they got really. Chris Jones is them two. And that's about it. Mahomes, I think some of the turnovers he's getting is because he's forcing the ball because he knows this is probably the worst defense I've ever had. And his defenses have been awful, but this is all-time awful. And so 3 turnovers, he threw 2 picks that were – one was not his fault, the one where he no-looked it. The receiver should have caught that ball. The other one in the fourth quarter, the final seconds of the fourth quarter, that was completely ill-advised. He just chucked it up. Kelsey was open, but he overthrew him. And then Hilaire fumbles again. So he cost them a game last week, and now this week, another costly fumble. The Chargers basically told you everything they needed, everything anyone needed to know about the Chiefs defense. On 4th and 9, they don't kick the field goal to tie the game. They say, fuck that. We're gonna go for it because your defense is that garbage. That garbage. Forget the tie. We're going for the game. And they go, they convert, and then they score. They're up 30-24. And Justin Herbert, he's balling. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams is possibly the offensive player of the year right now. He's caught a touchdown in every game. Mike Williams, this is the Clemson Mike Williams. Keenan Allen balling, Austin Eckler balling, Justin Herbert balling. They may have the rookie of the year, and he's a lineman. Rashawn Slater, the guy the Giants should have gotten. Sorry, Chetan, I'm sorry. I feel your pain too. That man is a monster left tackle. And how he fell past 10 or after the top 10, I do not understand. So the defense, Joey Bosa, he was questionable. He comes in, balls out. Asante Samuel Jr. balls out. Derwin James, what a difference maker. And Kansas City, I'm not overreacting. They got some serious problems. The Baltimore Ravens last week ran the ball down their throat without 3 starting linemen. The same Baltimore Ravens went up to Detroit and they ran the ball. Let me see. Let me get the stat right for a second. They ran the ball for 116 yards only compared to the 200 plus they ran against the Chiefs. So I think Kansas City, they have some serious problems. I don't think you can fix these problems. Mahomes has just got to outscore everybody, and that may end up being their ultimate downfall. Arun, thoughts?
My thoughts on this game. This has to be the biggest win of Justin Herbert's young career, by the way. I'm a big fan of this kid. I think he's one of the best young quarterbacks there is around the league. He's super accurate, 4 TDs. He's looking good, man. Mike Williams caught two tugs. Allen caught one. Eckler looking nice too. The Chiefs defense has major issues. Another game, another 30-point bomb by the opposing team.
I think
if
that's
the Eagles.
I think Arun, you mentioned it. That's every team.
Yeah, we talked about it the other day. Yeah.
Every team the Chiefs have played has scored at least 30 points.
Now the Eagles, they're playing the Eagles. So if the Eagles don't score at least 20, 25 points, then I'm going to be concerned because this defense can't guard anybody, man. But I think this is the first game Mahomes has lost in Arrowhead, right? In September at home, right?
Oh, yes, that would be true.
Yeah, so I don't think he lost yet in September.
Chiefs, let's be honest, the Chiefs should be 0-3.
Yeah, you could say that. Their defense is atrocious, man. There's only so much one man could do on offense too. So that's all I gotta say, man. Chargers, I don't know if they're legit or not because they did lose to the Cowboys the week prior. It was a low-scoring game, and the Chiefs' defense it just shows right here in the box score 30 points. This defense is trash, man. Chetan, what you got?
I'm kind of disappointed. I can't find one of the screenshots. I told my friend, I was like, this was way back in the off season. I was just like, I guarantee you, if the Chargers and Chiefs meet up anytime in the playoffs, the Chargers will beat them. And I just have proof right here that the Chargers can beat. Again, they have the quarterback to beat the Chiefs. I just didn't think the Chiefs defense would be as bad as it is right now. The Chiefs defense is absolutely terrible. It is they've given up 30 points in each of the. If Philly scores 30 points on them, they will. What was the worst defense all time? That was the Saints a couple years ago, was it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they might surpass that. That's how bad they're going to be. That's how bad their defense can be. And the worst part about it all is the Panthers needed a cornerback. They go get C.J. Henderson, right? The Bucks needed a corner because their team is just their defense is falling apart. They go get Richard Sherman. The Chiefs need a defense. Who do they get? Josh Gordon to play wide receiver. Yeah, the Chiefs don't. We talked about the Chiefs fixing their offensive line, which they did. They completely neglected the defense. They thought Patrick Mahomes can win them any game they want. He can, but if he has to force the ball down, he might have one. He might have his worst season in NFL so far this year. And then on the Chargers side, that was ballsy play. Go on 4th and 9. He was like, I trust my quarterback. My quarterback can do it. And Justin Herbert should have been showing it. And I kind of feel bad for the Dolphins right now because, damn, Justin Herbert is good as hell.
Abby, what's the next game?
All right, what's the next? The next game is okay. Chetan, go ahead. I'm gonna hand it to you for this one. You can
go ahead. Speak your pain, bro.
Falcons.
This is safe, please.
You want me to speak my feelings? Because this was one of the games that we could have won. We start off 0-2. All right. We could have beaten Washington. We could have been 1-1 instead. Could have been 2-1. And all of a sudden we're 0-3. And I'm looking at the schedule coming out forward. Let's
Saints, Cowboys, Rams, Panthers, Chiefs,
right?
Raiders,
Bucks, Eagles, Dolphins, Chargers, Cowboys, Eagles again. We might have a chance against the Bears. If Matt Nagy's still there, we beating the Bears. But if
you guys are going to win one game against the Eagles. Definitely.
Yeah, we'd be lucky to go 1-1 against the Eagles, okay?
Eagles are shit, man.
Hey, you guys put up 30 points against the Chiefs this weekend. We losing to you both times. I don't care what you say. The only positive thing about this entire team is Daniel Jones. And I've been shitting on Daniel Jones for so long because of all the fumbles he loses. But he's the only bright side on this whole team. Man, I don't like being a Giants fan right now. I miss winning. I miss Odell. Can I have Odell back? All right, you guys can just speak your truth.
Yeah, the Giants. But let me go, Abby. I don't think the Giants are gonna win a single game until they hit their bye week, which is week 12. Their schedule is crazy, man. No, week 10 is your bye. So at Saints, at Cowboys, then you got the Rams coming into town, the Panthers coming into town, then at Arrowhead, then the Raiders come into town. So you guys got a handful of good teams coming, and I think you guys are gonna drop every single game. But I do think you guys are gonna split with the Eagles because it always happens every year, and somehow the Giants always beat the Eagles every season, at least one time. So Daniel Jones, I wish this kid was on a different team. I think he'll be better on a different team, to be honest. But this team is bad. It's just built terrible, huh?
We just lost 2 offensive linemen. To an offensive line that
you guys are hurt too. That O-line wasn't good to begin with either, right?
Yo, one of the guys is apparently could have lost his leg.
Wow.
It was that bad of a leg injury.
Only on the Giants, man. The Falcons are not good, bro. The Falcons might be the second worst team along with the Giants. Because the Falcons are pretty bad and they won this game. I thought the Giants were gonna win. Actually, no, I had the Falcons win this game.
Hey.
So
at least we're not
Abby, what you got? 2 of the worst teams in the league, man. What you got for this?
Damn, I don't even know where to go with this, man. This is just because
where is Kyle Pitts, man?
The thing with this shit is that the thing about football is you can't half-ass it. So they know they're done, in my opinion. Saquon Barkley really said, we're not a bad football team. He said that. And I'm like, I don't know what to say here because Jalen Hurts went up to Atlanta, dropped 33 on them, and they didn't score a single touchdown. Then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers basically ran whatever play they wanted on them. I understand the game was a little bit close until the pick sixes happened, but still. Tom Brady did throw 5 touchdowns in that game. Y'all score how many points? 14 to what? 13?
14 or 17.
17,
You scored 6 points a half, and then you ended up scoring total 14 points at home after getting 3 extra days off because of Thursday Night Football. With Kenny Galladay, Evan Ingram coming back, with Kadarius Toney, the first round pick they got, the receiver, Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones, who can run. Who else they got? Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard got hurt. Now people are getting injured.
I have a point to make.
Go ahead.
Apparently, the waiver wire pickup of this week had more catches than Kadarius Toney and Kenny Galladay. He got more reps than both of them.
Who?
I have no idea who he is. He got more passes thrown to him.
Who? You gotta give me the name.
I'm looking. Give me a
For the
second.
Giants?
Yeah.
Board? Him?
No, Colin Johnson got 5 catches, 7 targets. I have no idea who this guy is.
Okay, well, I don't think this helps.
He's 2 catches, 16 yards. What the hell, man?
I don't think anyone's gonna go 0. It's so hard to go 0-17. I'm not gonna say that.
Bro,
They may win. I think they'll win a game or two just because they're professionals. They're still a professional team. They could beat the Washington. They're gonna beat if Washington whenever Washington plays them, they can easily beat Washington. They could beat the Eagles one time, maybe. I don't think they will, but they could. They could beat the Bears. So you could end up 3-14, whatever the record is, 2-15, whatever. You're gonna have a top 5 pick. Yeah, you're gonna have a top 5 pick.
Give me 2-15 and Matt Carroll. That's his name.
Again?
Matt Corral.
There is no quarterback in this draft with the top pick, in my opinion.
Matt Corral.
This is the worst. No, it's him. There is no player. This is the worst year, in my opinion, for you to be garbage into any franchise. There is no Trevor Lawrence in this draft. There is no Kyler Murray.
Spencer, kid.
But if the Bears trash too, I get 2 top 5 picks. Okay.
That's Spencer Rattler. He in Oklahoma. He looking very sus right now.
He don't look good.
So him, Sam Howell. Don't get me started on him.
He don't look good either.
North Carolina losing to teams that they're losing to JV teams out now. So this year's quarterback class, you may get the first QB may come off the board at the end of the first round. So I hope this is just a message for Eagles fans also. These Eagles fans that want these first round picks to go get a QB, none of these QBs are going to be better than Jalen Hurts next year.
Or Deshaun Watson. I mean, Deshaun Watson's still out there.
That's okay. I'm not going to talk about a man.
If he just clear his shit, man.
Yo,
his situation is different.
We don't talk about that until we know all the information. We don't talk about Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson is available. He is clearing cut the number 1 free agent / a guy target for any franchise. Period.
I will go for him if his shit cleared up.
Not even a question.
Not even a question, yeah, but we don't discuss him because we have no
idea. The Giants, to cap this off, Jason Garrett should be. Once again, I'm not gonna say fired because I have no right to discuss anyone else's job. I hope everyone eats. I don't want to take bread off anyone's table. He's just awful. I'll say that. He's awful. He's awful. How could you hire him after what he did in Dallas? How? You saw him twice a year, every year, and you decide to hire him. That is straight nonsense. I don't know about Daniel. I don't know if Daniel Jones is good or not. I don't know. He probably will start next year. Dave Gettleman is gone. He's gone. You drafted a running back 2nd overall. I laughed at that pick. I didn't laugh at Saquon Barkley. I laughed at that pick. And also, my final point, Saquon Barkley is so close to being one of the biggest busts of all time. It's so close. He is one of the most gifted athletes I've ever seen. His legs are humongous. He can run out the gym. He can jump out the gym. He looks like a freak of nature. I see nothing production-wise, nothing. Now, forget this year. He's played what? This is his 4th year? 4th year? 3rd year, 4th year, right? 4th year. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You see Christian McCaffrey? That's what a top 10 pick back does. You see Ezekiel Elliott his first 3 seasons? That's what a top 10 pick running back does. Dalvin Cook was picked in the 2nd round. Alvin Kamara was picked in the 3rd round.
Derrick Henry had to throw that out there, huh?
Derrick Henry was picked in the 2nd round. Joe Mixon was picked in the 2nd round. Aaron Jones was picked in the 7th round. There's no need to pick a running back second overall. You could have drafted Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson.
I wanted Lamar.
Sam Darnold looking good. You could have traded down. Dave Gettleman is the worst GM. Jason Garrett is the worst OC. And I want to give Joe Judge the benefit of the doubt. But if you fire the GM and if you fire the OC, then the new GM is going to be like, I want my own coach. So this is a complete wash. The only thing I think that's good for the Giants fan is that the Chicago Bears suck just as much dick as they do. So they will get their first round pick. And Matt Nagy is, I love how both of these franchises that are tied together because of this pick are both legitimately awful. So I'm not trying to pile on. I'm just saying it how it is. If my team was this garbage, I would openly say it.
Oh, I say it all the time.
All right. I think that's enough about Giants. I think you need an Advil and just to relax a little bit.
I mean, my one point I had to make is Joe Mixon was only a second round pick because he punched that girl, okay?
Regardless. All the star running backs, you name the superstar running backs, they're all picked after the first round.
Yeah.
And once they produce, then pay them. Okay, now let's get into the Bengals. Steelers. Wow. The Steelers, without TJ Watt, now I see why he's the highest paid defensive player in the NFL.
Yeah.
Without him, this defense is okay, but they are not great. They beat Buffalo week 1 because of what? That defense, not offense. Special teams, defense. Now TJ Watt is hurt, and you see the difference in the defense. Joe Burrow is looking good. Joe Mixon looks good. Cincinnati has low-key a top 10 defense. Cincinnati, Jamar Chase. Oh, a lot of people made a lot of talk about him dropping footballs. How's he looking now? Man has a touchdown in every game. He is a rookie wide receiver. LSU, they got the wide receivers. You got Justin Jefferson last year. You got Jamar Chase this year. I don't know who's next. With these Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, LSU knows how to produce receivers. So I think the Steelers, it's over. I think it's fully over now. Najee Harris, I feel so bad for him. The O-line is absolutely garbage. He has no space to run. I feel so bad for him. He's one of the best. I think he's one of the best running backs in football if he has the O-line. I feel bad for Ben, but he looks like he's hurt. He can't throw the ball past 20 yards. And this team needs TJ Watt badly. If TJ Watt comes back, they can possibly win some games because of the defense. But, man, when the Steelers are not good, the NFL is just a little worse. And I think we're about to head down that path. But I'm going to still give them a chance. I believe in Mike Tomlin. I believe in Ben. I believe in TJ Watt. I believe in Devin Bush. I believe in that defense. I hope they get their shit together. Arun, thoughts?
I think Joe Burrow played a terrific game. Not including that early pick he threw. But other than that, super accurate, 14 for 18, 172 yards, 3 tugs. I know that I could be due to TJ Watt not being there. That's a huge missing part for the Steelers. But the Steelers, man, I don't know what's wrong with these guys. Big Ben this is his last season, man.
Yep.
Like, honestly, if I were him, I would just wrap it up by week, man. I would just be like, yo, peace out. I'm retiring. Whoever the backup is, let him play for the rest of the season because I'm out. I'm retiring mid-season because Big Ben he's done, man. He's done. He had a great career, but he's done. Najee Harris, 100 yards receiving. Great game from this kid. Like you said, Abhishek, I feel bad for this kid. It's going to be wasted talent. You could just tell on this team. But Jamar Chase looking good. 4 TDs in 3 games. Hey, man, he's looking better than Devontae Smith right now. But all in all, I think the Steelers are done for the season.
Chetan.
I mean, I'm just looking at it now. I think, as great as that Minka Fitzpatrick trade was, you could have gotten whatever that pick could have gotten you. Let's see. I mean, another defensive player, but they could have traded up for a quarterback in the first round, and they could have traded up for a quarterback in the first round if they didn't make the Minka Fitzpatrick trade. But that's all in hindsight. The defense with TJ Watt is fantastic, and Najee Harris out of the backfield because he can't run the ball. They had to throw it to him 17 times. and that counted for 104 yards. It's just a lot of things just compiling up in Steeler Nation. And just, you know, they're one of the teams that did not prepare for the end. Like the Giants prepared for the end with Eli Manning by drafting Daniel Jones, right? With the Patriots didn't prepare for Tom Brady leaving. That was a whole anomaly. With Peyton Manning, you got Andrew Luck out of it. The Steelers just thought Big Ben would be back this season, and it didn't end up that way. And I was one of the people calling for them sign Jameis Winston because that would have been a fantastic fit. I was one of them calling for them sign Cam Newton. That would have been a fit.
They still can, right?
They still can. They should, because who you got?
Yeah.
If Big Ben gets hurt, you putting in Mason Rudolph? You putting in Dwayne Haskins? Really? Like, yeah, Pittsburgh has a lot of issues. Pittsburgh might not be good for a couple years. Mike Tomlin might finally go under 500 in his coaching career. But, a lot of things, it could be worse for Pittsburgh. Trust me, Pittsburgh. I know.
All right, let's move on. Now we get to the 4 o'clock window. We had every single one of these games was really good. Well, the Bucks and Rams, we'll get into that, but that was a big primetime game, even though it maybe didn't live up to it, but still. All 4 o'clock games were bomb. Dolphins, Raiders, wow, what a game. The Raiders spot them 14-0, even though one was a miscommunication pick six, and the other one was a bad decision going for it on 4th down inside your own 50-yard line. That was a terrible mistake by John Gruden. But give the Raiders credit, 14-0. They get a safety, make it 14-2. They score a field goal afterwards, make it 14-5. They score a touchdown right before halftime, make it 14-12. And we had a ball game at halftime. And then after halftime, they come out, they take the lead. And then Miami, give them credit. Their season is not on the line, but it was kind of a must-win for them as well. They fight back. They're down 8 points in the 4th quarter. Final drive, they score. They get a 2-point conversion. We go to overtime. And in overtime, the Raiders score a field goal, not a touchdown. The Dolphins respond with a field goal. And then at that point, it's sudden death. Next score wins. And the Raiders, Henry Ruggs balled out. Payne Barber,
yep.
Josh Jacobs replacement, balled out. Max Crosby has been a monster. Mad Max, this guy has changed his whole life around. He was alcohol problems. He's their best defensive player and their best offensive player, Darren Waller, both of them. They are inspirations to everyone out there. They both dealt with demons, and now look at them. They're both at the top of their game. Derek Carr, give this man his respect, man. Give this man his respect. All he's ever asked was from love. John Gruden, just love me. Just love me, and I promise you, we'll go some places. And right now, I think John Gruden likes him. I don't know if he loves him, but he likes him. He's giving him. They're dating. Is he gonna give him the ring? I don't know, but he could. And right now, the Raiders, they may be, in my opinion, they possibly have the best overall record in terms of the teams they've played against, and they're undefeated. They play the Dolphins, which is a solid defense. They beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh with TJ Watt before he got hurt. Still solid performance on the road, home opener for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they beat the Ravens when they were at their so-called healthiest in OT after being down 14-0. So give the Raiders their credit. In my opinion, they're the best resume as of right now. Derek Carr looks fantastic. Darren Waller does what he does. Henry Ruggs is finally showing his potential. Josh Jacobs got to get back healthy real quick. And that defense. Low-key, Chetan, before that opener against Baltimore, what did I say to you? And the more I look at this defense looks like it got some dudes. They got some rough dogs. Max Crosby, Yannick Ngakoue, Trayvon Mullins, Jonathan Abram, Casey Hayward. You mentioned Casey Hayward, Corey Littleton. They don't got no real superstars.
Jonathan
Hankins, former Giant, by the way. Cough, cough.
Perriman. They got Perriman, Solomon Thomas, top 5 pick.
A lot of guys that other people gave up on, they have, and they're absolutely balling. Give them their credit. Miami, I feel bad for them. Tua, he's out. Jacoby Brissett, veteran. He's given everything he got, but it's just not enough. But Miami, it's a long season to go, and the Raiders, in my opinion, they're legit. Arun, your thoughts?
Another game for the Raiders. Another OT game for the Raiders. That first week, I think with the Ravens, they went to OT. Now
Both
week
home
three,
games have
another
been OT games. Yep.
OT game. So yeah, Derek Carr leading the league in passing.
Yep.
This offense is they put up like 300 yards, 350 yards passing every week. Looks like wherever John Gruden and this offense is doing is working. Obviously, it's still early in the season, and they got the Chargers next week, so it's gonna be a great matchup. Chargers
Monday
taking
night.
on the Raiders. What's up?
Monday night, that's a big one.
Monday night, yeah, man. But I don't know, man. The Raiders, you think they're gonna cool down as the season progresses? Because I have a feeling they're gonna
Well,
cool down.
last year they were 6-3, and then they ended up losing 5 of the last 6 games. So we've seen potential from them before. But this year, I think they're better because they actually are playing defense. Last year, their defense was atrocious. They were outscoring people and getting lucky. But this year, they have a solid defense, 2 good defense, and they're winning games without Josh Jacobs. And they have 2 linemen injured that are both going to come back. Their best lineman, Richie Incognito, he hasn't played yet. So I think the Raiders could be, I'm not going to say the Super Bowl contenders, but I definitely think the Raiders this year could make the playoffs for sure.
The Dolphins also a stat real quick: 23 games in a row with a takeaway. Well, at least one takeaway defensively. So that's a crazy stat, man. That's the longest streak
That
in history.
defense, when healthy, is filthy. But it's just, when your offense can't really generate anything and you're on the field so often, you can only play so well. And we talk about the defense is getting tired. I think this is the best Raiders defense we've seen in the last, I don't even know, last 20 years maybe. We talked about a lot of moves that they made, in the draft when they drafted Alex Leatherwood, when they could have had someone else in the first round because they could have gotten Leatherwood in the second round, but they made up for that pick with a Morag in the second round, who should have been in the first round, right? And they're slowly building up this defense with people that, like Abby said, other people didn't want, right? And they're all dogs. And I think that's the difference this year is that, last year they didn't have these guys. They didn't have the leadership like Casey Hayward. Casey Hayward is here. Littleton come from the best defense in the league with the Rams, or one of the best defenses in the league with the Rams. So they have all this leadership back there. And like Abby said, their offensive line isn't completely healthy yet. Josh Jacobs isn't healthy yet. So it's just piecing together. But I think we do have to give a shout out to Jacoby Brissett, who, when he initially had the job when Tom Brady was suspended for Deflategate, he gets hurt. Garoppolo comes in, and Garoppolo takes the job there. Then he moves on to Indy, where he was gonna be the starting quarterback, right? And who took his job then?
Actually, no, it was Andrew Luck, and then he got the job. And then after that, they just decided
Philip Rivers came in.
Yeah. Philip Rivers came in. Yeah, Philip Rivers.
Philip Rivers came in, and he didn't get the starting job then. It's like the Tyrod Taylor thing where, everywhere Tyrod Taylor goes, eventually he loses the job. Jacoby Brissett is finally getting his chance, and, he balled out. There was, as soon as he did QB sneak for the 2-point conversion, I was like, there's no doubt about it. Like, Jacoby Brissett has come to play, and until Tua is fully healthy, I would love to see Jacoby Brissett out there. They should win a couple games with him. It's just sad that, the Raiders just outlasted him this game. Pretty much is what the end result is.
All right, now we get to the good game that was hyped up the most. Undefeated versus undefeated. Bucks at the LA Rams. Matthew Stafford's biggest game of his career, you could possibly say. And the Bucks had no Antonio Brown, COVID protocol, JPP with a shoulder injury. Gronk got hurt in the game. I think Jamel Dean got hurt in the game, the corner. They're decimated in the secondary. Bunting is already on IR. And they just today breaking news came. They signed Richard Sherman, so they need help back there. They have 3 sacks on the season, so that defense is not playing up to what we saw in the playoffs. Tom Brady, he can only do so much. And in my opinion, I felt watching this game, the Rams treated this game like the Super Bowl, and the Bucs treated this game like Week 3 in the NFL season. And I feel at the end of the day, the Rams may have won the battle. I think the Bucs will win the ultimate war between these two teams because they didn't have their best defensive player, one of their best defensive players. They didn't have one of their best receivers. And Deshaun Jackson, hey, Eagles, this man, I don't care if he's 34, 44, 54. Some dudes just got it, and he has juice for days. He flies. He should have had 2 touchdowns. He got 1 bomb. He can still help any team stretch the field. Matthew Stafford played well. The defense played well for the Rams. I think the Rams are legit, but I'm not going to say they're the overwhelming favorite. And I will say Tom Brady has a big game. I don't know if people heard about it, but there's a pretty big game this Sunday night with Tom Brady going to a specific location. So they could have been looking ahead. But all in all, Rams won. They won the game. The Bucs lost. But all in all, I think the Bucs will remember this game. Arun.
What a game for the Rams. I thought the Bucs were gonna take this game on the road just because I believe in Tom Brady so much. Obviously, that did not happen. Deshaun Jackson, as an Eagles fan, it brought me great joy seeing him catch that deep bomb and catch a bunch of deep bombs actually. He had 120 yards. So, hey, make sure I hope they checked out his hamstring or something because last time he had a touchdown like that, it was against the Cowboys and he didn't even play a snap after that because he pulled a hamstring. So Deshaun Jackson is old, but he could still be usable. And obviously the Rams just proved that. Cooper Kupp. I think this is my favorite receiver this season, man. This guy is on the pace for 2K receiving yards. That is insane. His production is through the roof this year. He is obviously the #1 receiver in the league, and that has to be due to Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay. They are clicking early in this season, and it could get scary for a lot of teams if they keep on rolling, man, because it's still early in the season. 3-0. Matthew Stafford also looking like an early MVP candidate, if I might add. But hey, man, the stars were out that game too. I know. Did you guys see that? LeBron was out.
James, Draymond, all of them. Yep.
Everybody was out that game. But man, you could be right, Abby. The Bucks could be looking ahead. They are going to Gillette Stadium to play Bill Belichick, and they could have not been focused for this week. But hey, man, I feel like these two teams are they're gonna match up again before the season ends. Chetan?
Yeah, I can't wait to see that matchup because I want to see a fully healthy Bucks defense go against McVay and Matthew Stafford because he finally has a quarterback that he doesn't have to teach. Right? It looked fantastic. Deshaun Jackson, I forgot he was on the team. And then, he does what he does, breaks my heart every time. Every time I see it, I know exactly what is happening. But just overall, I think looking at that game, the key takeaways are obviously the Bucks didn't have all their best players. And if they have to face off in the playoffs later on, they want it to be in Los Angeles. So they made a statement coming in. They're like, yeah, we want you guys to come back in our home turf. And you guys have to, if you guys want to go to the Super Bowl again, you guys are going to have to come through here. And I'm just glad Matthew Stafford has a team. I loved watching Matthew Stafford, Georgia days, his Detroit Lion days when he was shoulder popped out. He's like, yeah, I'm still going to throw a game-winning touchdown pass. You can't stop me. And now he finally has a team. And, Cooper Kupp looks like he can't be stopped. Right? And I was like, let me look up Cooper Kupp. And, I like Cooper Kupp since his rookie season. I was like, the man is 6'2", And I was like, I thought he was like a normal slot receiver. He was like Wes Welker, 5'10", 5'11". No, this man is 6'2". He's a real wide receiver. Like a big wide receiver. I was like, oh, all
He
right.
just gotta stay healthy.
He just needs to stay healthy. He's fantastic. He will catch any ball. He will deep ball, short pass, anything. He will turn a 5-yard pass into 85 yards if he is just fantastic to watch. But I can't wait for, whether it be in the championship, NFC championship game, NFL division, NFC divisional round, but we are going to see them again, face off again.
Hold up. Okay, now let me break this up because I would like to throw the next game into this mix here before we get into the future NFC championship game with the the Bucks and the Rams. I think there's a team out there that could possibly end this party. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks about this. I believe it. I will speak it into existence, LeVar Ball style. Shout out LeVar Ball. But Seattle Seahawks playing at the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings win. They blow them out 30-17. Early on, they didn't look good. 17-7. Vikings were down 10. Russell Wilson was cooking. DK Metcalf was cooking. TJ Lockett, Tyler Lockett was cooking. Chris Carson was running the ball down the throw. But guess what? The best team between the two won. Dare I say, the guy playing better quarterback right now won. The guy I'm talking about, Kirk Cousins. Because right now, I did not say career. I said right now.
I'm on the same boat.
Kirk Cousins right now has 8 touchdowns, no picks. He has the second best QBR in the NFL. This team, I don't care what anyone says in terms of, I'm being a homer. No, I'm not. They should be 3-0. The fumble, week 1. Hey, and guess what? Cincinnati ain't all that bad, are they? Because they're 2-1. They win tomorrow. They're 3-1. So that loss ain't looking so disgusting as it was week 1. Then Greg Joseph, he's my kicker. He didn't miss on Sunday. It's not his fault. The game is not all his fault. But if he makes that kick, Arizona goes down, and now we view Arizona differently, and then we view Minnesota differently. So I'm looking at it from context of how did they lose and how did they win. Justin Jefferson balled out. They couldn't cover him. He shook every corner they had. Thielen, all he does is catch touchdowns. My man has a touchdown every single game. And also, FYI, Dalvin Cook. How many rushing yards did he have? He had as many rushing yards as me, as you, Arun,
as
Chetan, as every family member I have. 0. You know why? Because he didn't play. And we still dogged him. Alexander Madison dogged him. The O-line dogged him. They made him quit. Call uncle. They had 17 points in the second quarter. They scored a big, fat 0 in the second half. Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, Chris Carson, Tyler Lockett. How many points he scored in the second half? 0 in Minnesota. In my opinion, I'm not going to overreact. It's one game. They have to keep winning. You got a big game against Cleveland. Then you got Detroit. You got to take care of your business. You had those 2 L's. Move on. We should be 3-0. Fine. Move on. It's basically still the first quarter of the season, and we never know what could happen. San Francisco, they can kiss my ass for what they did. So we're gonna get into them real soon because that hippie ended up winning. We'll get into them real soon. But San Francisco, you can kiss my ass for what you guys did. But I'm fully in on this team like I was preseason. This is what I expect from them. Kirk Cousins is playing the best football I've ever seen him play. We're the best receiving duo in football. I don't care what anyone says. Those 2 are the best. White chocolate, milk chocolate. And Dalvin Cook, he didn't even play. Arun.
All right, so the Seahawks, they started the game super hot, man. They scored early in the game, and they got up to that 17-7 lead. Chris Carson, I remember watching one play. Chris Carson just jetted into the end zone. And I was like, okay, Abhishek's probably having a heart attack right now. But after that, they did not score. The Seahawks did not score, and the Vikings answered. Kirk Cousins, looking like a dark horse MVP candidate as well. He is playing lights out, man. I'm a huge critic of Kirk Cousins because he was in my division for a few years. But man, I gotta give him credit. This season, he's been balling. He has all the weapons he needs. Justin Jefferson, Thielen. I love me some Thielen. That's one of my favorite receivers in the league. I have him on my fantasy. He catches me a touchdown every week. He wins me some money every week as well because this player prop always hits. FYI, if you want to win some extra money. But the Seahawks, they played well as well. DK had it going. He had a 100 yard game and touchdown. But the Seahawks, I do believe the better team won. I was very confident in the Vikings when I woke up Sunday morning and I hammered that money line plus value. Got a nice little boost on it. Made some money. Woke up Monday morning, rich man. Lost all my money the same night on the Eagles. But
Holy
man,
shit.
the Seahawks. No, I'm joking about that. I mean, the Vikings, man. I think they're a top 5 team in the NFC. I'll say it. I think they have everything it takes to become a top contender in the league, man. If Kirk Cousins keeps playing like this, Abhishek, you're gonna have a very fun season, man.
Chetan, I know you rolled with me preseason. Are you still riding?
Oh, it's 1-2 still, Abby.
You're still
Nah,
1-2.
nah.
I understand, but you gotta keep this up. You have to win all these home games. You gotta win all the home games.
There's a
Anything can
reason we
happen.
play 17 games, right? Yeah, no, I'm gonna ride with you. I just keep joking about Vikings this, Vikings that because you keep shitting on my Giants. Yes, I know they're bad. I don't need to hear it every day.
I did apologize for that, by the way.
But yeah, no. Just looking at it, Kirk Cousins looks fantastic. We keep sending each other the you like that gif. My favorite gift to send you now is that Justin Jefferson doing the gritty. That's our wide receiver. Okay, remember that. He might be on your team, but he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah, don't forget about Thielen. I got Thielen on my team. We in this together.
we
man.
just
Y'all
together.
can enjoy your fantasy. I care about reality.
But yeah, no. If we look at it in terms of, the Rams have everyone they need. That's the reason they're beating everyone. The Bucks, the bodies are dropping, right? The Vikings, the bodies have dropped. They're just slowly coming back.
Yup. Anthony
Right.
Barr has yet to play a snap, and Christian Darrisaw, our first-round pick, has yet to play a snap.
And yeah, we saw what Darrisaw can do back in college. He's going to be a fantastic alignment, and he plays multiple offensive line positions, does he not?
Yes, he's a left tackle at trade.
He's left tackle by trade, but he's also played guard, I believe. Yes. And that's fantastic. And Matheson played extremely well for Dalvin Cook being out. Let's just not forget we keep talking about Dalvin Cook this, Dalvin Cook that. You guys technically have a 2-headed monster back in the backfield.
We do.
Right? You have 2 fantastic wide receivers, right? And as the season goes on, your cornerbacks they were both rookies last year, correct?
Patrick Peterson has done a great job. Yo, I'm done with Rashad Breeland, bro. I'm done with this. Rashad. I'm done. I'm so done. I'm sorry. I respect everyone. I'm done with this shit, bro. Cam Dantzler, you should be playing. I am so done with this. Yo, this man is playing zone coverage off of DK Metcalf when all they're going to do is throw him the ball and he's going to body you in the paint and score a touchdown, which is exactly what he did. I'm sorry. I'm done with this Rashad Breeland experiment. There's a reason why it's his 5th team or whatever it is for him.
There's a reason Casey left to let him go.
Yeah, if Kansas City let you go and they suck dick on defense, that tells you something.
But yeah, no, just looking at overall the Vikings prospects, just wait till the team is healthy, right? The NFC North is what's the proper word?
It's 2 teams. I said it from the start. It's 2 teams. It's Minnesota and it's Green Bay.
Vulnerable.
Yeah.
They are very, very vulnerable. And we saw it. We saw it week 1. We can say all we want that, Jameis Winston thing is a fluke, but that defense for the Saints was real. And you play real defense against Green Bay, you shut down one guy. You shut down Devontae Adams, you shut down that entire offense.
Patrick Peterson.
There's a reason they brought in Patrick Peterson.
You got one job. We called you. We bought you here for one reason. You see that guy number 17? That's you. You got him. Everything else we'll manage, but you got him.
Yep. As long as you shut down Devontae Adams, you win that game.
And to end this conversation off for this team, obviously my team, I wish everyone's team is great because we're all boys here. I know what a true pain feels like as a fan. I've gone through it in NBA. I've gone through it in NFL. And thank God I don't have a baseball team because if I did, bro, that'd be too much pain year round. So I hope everyone's teams win. It's early. We're basically in week 2 technically because we got extra game this year going forward. So we basically, we're not even scratching the surface yet. So, but with that said, the final thing I will mention is no bias. The MVPs right now, if I had to say rank the top, it's so early, but if I had to rank the top 3 MVP candidates, number 1, Derek Carr, because they have the wins and the results. Number 2, I'll give it up, Matthew Stafford. Number 3, I'm sorry, it has to be Kirk Cousins. Kyler Murray kissed my ass with the Kyler Murray bullshit. This dude, I can't wait for the Arizona Cardinals to be exposed for what they are. They are not good defensively, and Kyler Murray throws some of the most questionable passes I've ever seen. He threw 1 pick, and another ball that should have been picked that he has no business throwing. The Cardinals are going to come back down to earth. I cannot wait for that to happen.
I mean, we talk about that all the time.
Now, let's get to Sunday Night Football. Oh, my God, I have so much to say here. This is so disgusting what I saw on that night. I lost money. We picked the 49ers, and they should have won, but it's okay. This hippie, he'll get what he deserves. And Green Bay wins. Devontae Adams, I don't understand. I am not an NFL coach. I will not pretend to be an NFL coach. They know more football than I'll ever know. But when they are throwing the ball to one person and one person only, how about trying to say, hey, corner, you cover him? Hey, safety, you cover him too. Simple as that. Yeah, I would double the crap out of Devontae Adams. And if someone else beats me, I'll shake their hand. This is not so difficult. I've seen a play 7 years ago. Saints, Detroit Lions, playoff game in New Orleans. I have never seen this before in my life, but I don't know why teams don't do this. I saw 2 corners go to Calvin Johnson and one stand next to each other and cover him. They basically said, this is what we're not even going to hide it. We're doubling you with 2 people. That's exactly what I would do to Devontae Adams. Aaron Rodgers loves him. He has a man crush on him. He won't throw the ball. He'll force it to him. Overall, the Green Bay Packers control this game. They did it. Their offensive scheme was phenomenal, and I will give credit where it's due. They made Nick Bosa look like a 5th-round pick. They took him completely out the game. Aaron Rodgers had all the time in the world. They did a great job in protection. And San Francisco, I don't know what happened. Their offensive line, which is their strength, they couldn't block. They don't have what's his name? Darius Smith. He's on IR, so they don't even have their full pass rush, and they couldn't block him. And ultimately, in the end, San Francisco. I said it while I was watching the game. Do not leave that bastard, Aaron Rodgers, any time. Kill the clock down to 20 seconds or less. And what did they do? They scored with 37 seconds to go. And in my opinion, I knew what was about to happen. He's going to throw the ball to number 17. And guess what he did? Threw the ball to motherfucker number 17. And they won the game. Mason Crosby, ice blood in his veins. And they won. San Francisco, I hate you guys so much. You disgust me. Kyle Shanahan, you disgust me. Jimmy G, suck it. Go fuck your porn stars, girlfriend some other day. But I hate you guys. That's a L. And it's going to come back to haunt them. And I still hate Green Bay. Arun, go
ahead. This game was a great primetime game, man. Aaron Rodgers back at home.
Yes, great game.
In San Francisco, yeah. So Aaron Rodgers playing back at home. I honestly thought the Packers were going to win this game from the jump. They were plus value, right? I think going into the game. I remember betting on them as well. Man, Aaron Rodgers, what a 0 timeouts, 37 seconds. Everybody's saying the Niners should have milked the clock. They should have never just ran into the end zone. But hey, man, if the touchdown's there and you're down and it's that late in the game, you just take the touchdown and you just pray because zero timeouts. I don't know, man. It's rough. It feels
I
like
completely agree with you, Arun. I'm just talking like, bro, like I knew what was gonna happen. I knew if you, I know you gotta score because no score is guaranteed. If you need the ball at the 1 yard line, you don't know if you're gonna score. But I know you're actually you're right. You have to score, but just
yeah, man.
when they had over 30 seconds, that was more than enough.
Yeah, if it was like 27 seconds, I think the Niners would have came out with the dub if they scored
Exactly.
with like that many seconds left. But 37 seconds, a little too much. Like you said, throwing to one person, Devontae Adams. How about you just cover him,
And one more
throw
thing.
different looks at him? Go
Sorry to
ahead.
interrupt you, Arun, because
Go ahead.
you don't cover Devontae Adams the whole game. How about you fucking cover him the final 30 seconds? Because you know he's gonna throw him the ball. How these guys get paid to coach defense, millions of dollars. I don't care if I have my fifth, sixth, seventh string corners out there. I will go to their name. I will go to them personally and say, listen, man, you see 17? Don't let him get the ball. Anybody else?
Man,
It just baffles me, man. These
you
guys
gotta
are
give
professional
credit, man.
coaches, bro.
You gotta give credit to Devontae, man. He took a crazy ass hit and he came back in.
Man, it's tough
There's
as
no
nails.
way.
He's the
There's no
best
way
receiver in football.
his brain was in the right spot.
He's the
There's
best.
definitely
Yeah.
I give
he
credit
was
where it's due. He
concussed.
is the best receiver in football. I give it to
Yeah,
him.
man. You have to give him credit, man. Like the Niners, Jimmy Garoppolo did played well too, man. Like that fourth quarter to go up 28, I think 28, 27. I think that drive was beautiful. That was all Jimmy. That was all Jimmy. And he found Debo. He found a bunch of other receivers. Justin check for the TD.
This
It was a
one more
great
thing.
game,
I'm
man.
sorry, Arun, to cut you off. It's just
Go ahead. Go ahead.
it's just so much because San Francisco is not going to be the team we thought they were going to be, in my opinion, because without the run game, they're not that team, and they're done. They have no running backs. That game was clear cut. Without the ability to run the ball, this does not work. And yes, I understand they got the lead and then they gave it up. But the team that went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, they ran the ball, they ran the ball, they ran the ball. And those same linemen are there, but they don't have they're running back. They threw the ball to their fullback. Their fullback was their running back, and he is really good. He's the best fullback in football. But I think, I don't know what's going on there. Their medical staff since last year, bodies keep dropping, and it's unfortunate. Arun, sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. That's all I had to say, man. Jimmy played good. Aaron Rodgers, too much time. Too much time. No timeouts. Great game-winning drive. I was happy for him. He won at home, but I know Abhishek despises that hippie and that team. But man, I don't know. It's gonna be
There's more reasons
it's
to
just those
hate
two
this
teams. That's it.
mofo, bro. Like I knew it. I did not cheer 1 second when they took the lead. I'm like, I know what this man looking like a 1960 shaggy version of a hippie is about to do to me. I knew it. And I knew these dudes in San Francisco did not have the brain cells to cover one player. It's absolutely laughable. It's so laughable. And it just pisses me off. I'm not gonna pretend to be an NFL coach. I'm not. But I have common sense. And some of these people, they don't have common sense. I would love to sit in a room with whoever was a defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers, and I want to hear his explanation for why you let the man throw the ball to Devontae Adams. If he threw the ball to Alan Lazard, Amari Rodgers, Randall Cobb, Tanyan, I don't care who else. He could have threw it to the lineman for all I care. But bro, number 17, number 17. Come on, man. Go ahead, Chetan. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. As soon as Aaron Rodgers got the ball, I was like, yeah, the game set match. They left too much time on the clock. I was sitting there. I had Green Bay winning from the beginning. You called me a bastard for that because you bet on the 49ers.
Well, let's be honest here. Anyone could have won that game. It was 28-20. The Niners had the lead with 30 seconds to go. So we were both right.
I mean,
anyone could have won that game.
Yeah, I don't think Daniel Jones would have won that game, but
I don't know. I meant between the two teams playing. I meant that.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but in terms of, yeah, I don't see why they didn't play man to man or double team Devontae. I'm sorry, but you're only going one place with that ball with 30 seconds left, and I think the first throw, he was wide open. He
Oh,
was sitting, he was sitting
please.
in the zone.
Don't get me started. Don't get
There
me
were four
started.
people. It took 4 people to tackle the man. He
And
was sitting in the middle of the zone.
another thing, once you tackle him, how about just stay,
Yeah,
like
yeah, just stand on him.
top of
I
him,
thought about it.
or like grab him, or even pretend to be like, bro, don't just give the ball to the referee. Oh my, yo, man.
Yeah,
Like,
no, you should have ripped the ball out of his hand like you're causing a fucking fumble.
it's
You
so
do
hard.
anything to let the clock continue running. Let it tick, 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 tick away. But no, because for some reason they did not think of that. But the biggest mistake here is you just gave Aaron Rodgers too much time. You gave him too much time, and you did not cover his favorite target. If they beat me with a Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Amari Rodgers, whoever else is playing wide receiver for them, you're a better man that day.
And I don't want to hear no bullshit about my corners being hurt. 2 weeks ago, a week ago, the Ravens played the Chiefs with half of their secondary injured. What did they do? They doubled Tyreek Hill and they said somebody else beat us. Tyreek Hill did absolutely nothing in that game. Same thing applies here. Some coaches know what to do. Some coaches shit the bed. That's exactly what happened. And I have no problem calling them out for it because that was absolutely atrocious. They have one. At least the Chiefs got Kelsey. Who the hell does Green Bay have? Oh my God, man! It's just so much. It's just laughable, man. It's just my luck as a Vikings fan. That never happens to me. My kicker misses 30-yarders. I would love to see my team with 37 seconds to go win a game. That's definitely not going to happen. But listen, man, it is what it is. It's unfair. This world's unfair. I will have my day, but I will have my day. Just know, Hippie, when we play y'all, just know, Kirk Cousins is coming. I can't believe I just said that, but he is. And so is Dalvin Cook. Get him healthy. And now we get to the main event. I went off. Chetan has went off. Now it's time for our final brother on the show to go off. Eagles, Cowboys, Arun, Monday Night Football.
Oh
Go ahead,
man,
bro.
do we really have to do this?
I did it. Chetan did it. Hey, Chetan's 0-3. At least you 1-2.
Hey man,
0-3.
this all started when Nick Sirianni wore that beat Dallas shirt to his press
Oh my
conference. I don't
God.
know if you guys saw
I
that.
saw it.
I saw that.
Talking about college rivalry, like, bro, you don't know nothing about this shit. I take a back seat. Stop wearing that. But man, I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say. I thought I was watching the Eagles from last year. I thought I was watching Doug Peterson. I thought I was watching Carson Wentz again, stinking up the joint. Felt like Doug Peterson was coaching, man. Nick Sirianni, 2 weeks in a row, another cute game plan. You run the ball 2 times with your star running back, who had 2 carries, one of them being a 24-yard burst, and the second one just being a regular 3-yard run. You run the ball 3 times, and you in post conference you say it was the time of possession, not having enough time. But man, you're making it so hard for your rookie quarterback. Yes, Jalen Hurts is still a rookie,
Yep.
7th career start, still a kid. He's still in the class with Joe Burrow, and all these other young quarterbacks, Mac Jones, Tua, all these other kids. I'll put him in that class. I'm not comparing him to any other class of quarterbacks. Out of all those quarterbacks, I think Jalen Hurts is the best one. But man, you got to make it easy for your quarterback, man. Take some pressure off him, run the ball. You just can't drop back to pass 3 and out every time. Like Dallas's defense, they played well. Diggs, man, Diggs is looking like a all pro. Second year in the league. Last year wasn't his best year. He had a very average year, if that. But this year, man, he's looking like his body filled out. He's looking like a monster. He's gonna be a Pro Bowler this year. I know it. But the Cowboys are not this good, man. The Eagles just
There
the
it
Eagles
is.
just played bad. The Eagles are not good, man. The Eagles are very young. You could just tell. Rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, growing pains. This is gonna happen. I was very high on the Eagles that first week, but obviously the Falcons are one of the worst teams in the league, like I just said. So I shouldn't really, get too hype off that win. But man, in this division, anything is possible. That's all I'm gonna say. The Cowboys, let them have their shine. Because one thing I learned from my boy Stephen A is you let them have their glory, and when they fall, You laugh at him, and you have the last laugh, and it happens every year with these Cowboys, man. Dak Prescott played great. Oh my God, Ezekiel, bro, what was wrong with this man when he played Monday night? It looked like he just wanted to kill somebody on that football field. He was just going headfirst into every Eagles defender. Man, the Eagles need to start hitting the weight room. I feel like the Eagles got some small ass players on defense. Their D line suffered a lot. BG, that injury, man, it was a huge blow. You saw that this week. The D
Yep.
line just couldn't get off the field. Fletcher Cox was so tired, man. This guy was cramping up at the end of the game. He couldn't even get up. The old line every week, pieces are falling. I don't know, man. This is I think I've been saying this. Philly is cursed. Just like the Lions. I think that winning that Super Bowl, it was a great experience, yes, as a fan to win it, but I think that Super Bowl it has cursed the Eagles, bro. I think the Eagles I think I don't think they're gonna be winning anytime soon, man. Honestly, I can't even if you were to ask me who to put the blame on, I would have to say the coach because Jalen Hurts, he could win you a game, but you just have to put him in the position to win you the game. And the coach did not do that for him. And it sucks, man. Because Jalen Hurts, he picked a bad game to have his worst performance of his career. The media has been chewing his ass out all week. And hey, man, I'm looking forward to next week. NFL is a week-to-week league. All
Yep.
it takes is 1 week of winning. That cures everything, man. So I'm looking forward to the Chiefs and hopefully winning that game.
Arun, I think everything you said as an Eagles fan, absolutely on point. But we did our Fill Your Pockets episode that day, that morning. And I'm not going to say I say, but what did we discuss? Week to week, you don't know who is going to get the ball for the Eagles. And what name did we bring up? Miles Sanders.
Yep.
This man is the most talented player on their offense. He got the ball 2 times? 2 times? And don't give me this bull crap about time of possession. What was the score after the Cowboys scored? 7-0. What immediately happened after Fletcher Cox got the touchdown? So what's the score? 7-7. If I'm not mistaken, 7-7, right? So that means when worst case scenario, what can the Cowboys do? Score a touchdown. Okay, they did that. 14-7. You telling me you can't run the ball now? You're down 7 points in the second quarter. What time of possession bullcrap is this? Run the ball. You have a super mobile quarterback. You have Miles Sanders right now is the best Penn State running back in football.
I agree.
You know who that is? Yes, Saquon. Yeah, right now, Miles Sanders, who was his backup, by the way, right now is the best Penn State running back in the NFL. Those two, I understand your linemen are getting injured. You still have Lane Johnson and you still have Kelsey. So I would run the ball.
These penalties.
I would run the ball to the right
I just
side.
want to throw in penalties every week. This is on the coaching staff. This is 100% of the coaching staff because this is every week. There's 11 penalties every week, double digits. So the coaching staff has to discipline up, man. Sorry, Abhishek. Go ahead.
No problem. Get it all out, bro. Get it all out. I understand, man. As a fan, let it all out. Like they said, like Jalen Hurts said, consider this a deuce, flush it, move on. Get it all out today. And then as soon as Thursday Night Football kicks off tomorrow, it's week 4 and week 3, week 2, week 1. They all mean nothing. With that being said, the tight ends, Zach Ertz balled out, Dallas Goedert balled out. They were wide open in the middle. Like they couldn't cover these boys, which is kind of ironic because we've said the strength of the Dallas defense was the linebackers. Apparently not, because they couldn't cover them. Devontae Smith, listen, we said it. Trayvon Diggs is on him. I did not expect anything from him, and he shut him down. I think he had 28 yards total. I think I can finally say this now. Whoever chose Jalen Reagor before Justin Jefferson, right now, today, should be fired. Should never be allowed to have a job in the NFL again.
That's Howie.
If he did it, I don't care if he did it. He won the Super Bowl, whatever you want to call that. He won. He brought this team a Super Bowl. That's great. That's in the past. I would fire him today. You drafted him. And this is his yards all came in garbage time. You cannot spend back-to-back first-round picks on receivers. And one of them is, Quez Watkins is the better receiver. Quez Watkins is dangerous. Jalen Reagor, I liked him in college. I don't know this dude out here on IG arguing over a Big Mac. This is so sad, bro. This dude about to beat some dude's ass on IG that he don't know because he said you didn't get me enough fantasy points. Holy shit. You have done nothing in this league to have like any type of audacity or have any type of like stature to think you can even talk shit. And I don't know, man. I hope they don't ruin Jalen Hurts because he does not deserve. First of all, the whole O-line's injured. So that's the first thing I said before the season started. If the Eagles O-line is healthy, and of course, 2 weeks in, already decimated, but if they're healthy and this guy has a clear shot to prove himself, I think the Eagles can do some things. And now, man, it's just sad that all these injuries have happened. I just hope Jalen Hurts does not get – I understand the Eagles have 3 first-round picks potentially next year. None of those should be on a quarterback. And if they do, it's unfortunate. And then I hope Jalen Hurts gets traded. Chetan.
I mean, I'm going to speak on the Cowboys' perspective here. And the defense that we give a ton of crap for actually played pretty well. Diggs is absolutely fantastic on the outside. It's probably because he had to cover his brother growing up. And we know what Stephon Diggs is. So that Micah Parsons, they moved him from linebacker to defensive end.
Yeah, because Lawrence was out.
Because Lawrence is out. And the man he called himself the Terminator.
He's a beast, man. He
is a beast. Right? On top of that, they got this guy. I had to look up his name because I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Osa Odighizuwa. Owuzie. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, this man gets so much pressure on the quarterback. I was like, yo, they did not make a mistake picking this guy, right? And they built this defense around in this entire draft, and they're playing fantastic, and there's nothing to complain about on this defense. Surprisingly, with their offense, they gave Zeke the proper amount of touches, and him splitting touches with Pollard. They're one man is just running down people's throats, and the other guy's just like, I'm gonna burn you guys. You give me any room, I'm just gonna burn you guys. They look fantastic. Amari Cooper week 1 looked fantastic. Right now, because they're getting so much production out of, Schultz, CeeDee Lamb, and the running backs, we don't know where the ball is going anytime with the Cowboys, because whoever's having a good day, they're going to get the most touches. And that Dak looks fantastic out there. I know, we always put Dak in the MVP conversation because last year he was in the conversation simply for the fact that they're always playing from behind. But now you see the true value of Dak and how good of a quarterback he is, because he is the best quarterback in that division. And if I had to rank him, he's probably top 5 quarterback in the NFC. Brady, Stafford, him, Russell Wilson,
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, you can see that, yeah.
Kirk Cousins, Kyler Murray. Yeah, he deserves to be in that conversation. But with the Eagles, it's just their offensive game plan. Nick Sirianni is supposed to be an offensive head coach. He was the offensive coordinator in Indy, and you had Jonathan Taylor and these boys, and your whole scheme was based around the running game and a great offensive line. You come to Philly, I understand you're losing bodies, right? Especially on that offensive line. But you're going away from what made the Indianapolis Colts, when you were the offensive head coach, fantastic, was the run game. You come here and you don't use Miles Sanders. Like, your whole game plan down in Indy was to run the damn ball. So run the ball with Miles Sanders. Get him more touches, because 2 touches 27 yards. And then they barely use him in the pass game, which is one of his underrated skill sets, is to catch the ball in the backfield and turn a 5-yard gain into a 66-yard touchdown, right? So I just think that if they use Miles Sanders a lot more, this game would have had a different outcome. Because you use Miles Sanders, and then the middle of the field opens up, and your two tight ends were pretty much unguardable, right? And then if you have the running game and the middle of the field open, guess what? Watkins is going to be he's going to be able to go on these go routes. You can put Smith on these go routes. Everything revolves around the running game, and they did not use it at all. It's pretty much it. It's just that's why you guys lost. And I don't want to see Jalen Hurts suffer the same thing as Sam Darnold did, where, oh yeah, it just wasn't a good fit. They trade him away, and then he succeeds somewhere else. I mean, I would love to see that simply for the fact that you guys are in my division. Trade him away, he becomes fantastic somewhere else, maybe in the AFC. But come on, man. You got to give QB a chance to win, and they did not give him a chance to win at all.
Last thing I'll say on this. The Cleveland Browns ran the ball for 157 yards. The Ravens ran the ball for 251 yards. What did they have in common? They played who? The Kansas City Chiefs. Miles Sanders doesn't get the ball this week. I don't know what the hell's going on. Eagles should run the ball down their throat. And that's it for week 3, our recap. We got college football coming up tomorrow. We got week 4 of the NFL coming up technically tomorrow. And we will be there to cover everything. And the NBA. I know some fans right now that have NFL teams. If you're a Jets fan, you a Giants fan, I'm not going to say the Eagles, but Arun has said it. An Eagles fan, and you feel your season may not go how you feel. Guess what? You got the NBA coming back. And I know Arun, as a Lakers fan, and even Chetan, this is the opposite here. You guys apparently have NFL teams that may not be promising, but have NBA teams that have huge potential. I have an NFL team that may be promising, but my NBA team is dog shit. So what?
Lonzo.
That's the first thing
that team looking nice.
That's the first thing that comes out your mouth. Lonzo, not Zach LaVine. Not
yeah, the Lonzo ball hype train.
Hey, no,
Team
we got Lonzo.
Team light skin over there. They got Team light skin over there.
We already had
his
LaVine
jersey gonna be right next to Jordan's.
Yeah, we already had LaVine and Vooch. We bring in Lonzo, it's over. We're gonna see so many dunks. It's Lob City all over again.
One more guy came through. Say his name.
DeRozan.
There it is. The mid-range assassin. But
Lob City, come through.
We are just a couple of weeks away from NBA, and then, it's over. That baseball playoffs start next week. I know Yankees fans over here, Chetan, huge Yankees fan. So we'll be there for that. But all in all, this is the perfect time, the best time of the year. NBA, NFL, MLB, college football. What more could you want? And that's about it.
All right, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.